on in a couple seconds here.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh shit, we're on right now.
Oh damn! Call me with the rubber baby
Right.
bumpers.
Hey, we are gonna have to give us a moment for that 10 seconds of silence. Where we didn't know we were on. Good thing nobody said anything wild, controversial. Even though we're gonna say that shit on the air, we want to make sure that the people fucking listening before we say wild and controversial shit.
Yeah.
And we talked over the applause this time too, because fuck it. It's another Saturday conversation.
Do it live.
Notice, right? Notice I left the morning out because everywhere that the podcast is up right now just says Saturday conversation.
Yeah.
Even though originally we're the Saturday morning conversation. So consider this the official announcement of the name change.
Yes, Saturday conversation.
Just the Saturday conversation. Because sometimes we're on in the morning. Sometimes we're on in the late morning.
Yeah.
Or what some consider the early afternoon.
Yeah. Afternoon Eve.
DJ came in the building.
DJ I Am Monkey.
DJ I Am Monkey.
Yep.
Vinny the Rock Lord.
What up?
Holding it down.
Lots going on this week.
Yeah.
Mad shit.
Yeah.
First, we're going to start, since we're making huge announcements.
Yeah, first the name change, Saturday
First
conversation.
the name change, Saturday conversation.
Yeah.
Second, huge announcement. You can now catch us on iHeartRadio.com.
Yes.
The official notification came over to the email early in the week.
Yep.
I blasted that shit to a lot of people individually because I couldn't help myself.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah, you was excited. Hell yeah.
The official announcement. So now we're on the Spreaker.
Yes.
We're on the Spotify.
Yes.
We're on the SoundCloud.
Yes.
We're on the Apple Music.
Yes.
We're
iTunes.
We're on the iTunes, YouTube.
Yep.
And now, also on the iHeartRadio.com.
Yes, indeed.
Catch us, search. You can search it still as the Saturday Morning Conversation. Or you can
Facebook.
search it as the Saturday Conversation. Either way, it'll come up. Check it out. Just click the follow. No matter if you listen to it on Spotify, iHeart, or SoundCloud. Click the follow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
follow our shit. We'll make sure that all the episodes will be up. Plus, bonus content.
Yes, we'll work on that as well.
Bonus content coming up. We got the YouTube page. We're going to launch the official Saturday Conversation YouTube page.
Some new knick-knack paddywhacks. Yeah, some knick-knacks and paddywhacks on that's bonus features. You don't call it knick-knacks and paddywhacks? No? What do you call bonus features?
Bonus features.
Yeah. Damn, like you don't try to expand the vocabulary every now and then?
That's like when your name is William and you like to be called William and people call you Bill all the time.
No, that's like...
Like you can't just change the name of what it is to...
No, that's like your name being Richard and you tell people call me Dick.
But that's your choice.
Like, where do you get Dick from Richard?
I don't know.
Yeah, either way, and there's a history to that. But
there's some history to that, I'm sure.
Knick-knack
But
and paddywhack are also bonus features.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to stick. I don't know if you're ever going to see that on the DVDs or the Blu-rays where they're like, click on the knick-knack paddywhacks and see all the deleted scenes.
Don't forget to give a dog a bone.
Yeah, we're going to have to ban you from... What is this over here? No, it's definitely just Bud.
Yeah, no, some of that Mexican lettuce.
The Mexican lettuce.
See? You got to come up with creative ways
Mexicans
of saying different things.
I don't know, man. I'm not that covert, I guess. Well, you don't really have to be.
What? Like changing names for things?
Like, because then you're the only person that understands the slang. It's like the early Wu-Tang albums.
Oh, yeah.
Where they would be talking about all kinds of shit, but like nobody knew what they were talking about unless you was like a 5%er.
Oh, yeah. No, well, see, like me and my boy, we have this thing, right? Damn it.
Speaking of which, I watched the documentary. Did you watch the documentary yet?
Not yet.
Of Mics and Men. If you haven't watched Of Mics and Men, watch that shit. It's 4 hours, but it's 4 separate episodes.
Wait, are they all released?
Yeah, they're all out.
Oh,
they came out, 1 week at a time, but they're all available now to download or
easy.
stream.
So I'm gonna watch it then this
Hashtag
week.
labeled out to the Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Wu-Tang is forever.
Oh, yeah.
And for the kids.
Oh, yeah, they're for the children.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Oh, yeah. So, see, this is the whole thing, too, is like, yeah, it's like terminology like that. Like, when you say certain things, it's like only you and your boy really know about it. Like, sometimes...
Yeah, but you can't just introduce the slang and then expect your boy to know about it. You'd be like, damn, how you not know about Knickknacks and paddywhacks.
Oh yeah,
But you're the only person that uses that shit.
Well, now you know when I say knick-knack and paddywhacks, I'm talking about bonus features. You see how that worked? Bang. Putting you on the game. So there's other things, and I'm not going to say it on mic because I'm going to use it off mic, and I don't want people to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's other ways of saying certain things where it's like only you and your boy really know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not going to like dry snitch myself out on the mic and be like, well, you know, when you hear me say this is what I mean. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. But knick-knack and paddywhacks, I'm comfortable with.
Word.
There you go.
Hey, fuck it. So we're on iHeart now.
Yes, indeed.
That's big. That's a big move. 35 episodes in. Mm-hmm. You know, iHeartRadio is not one of those things that you can just be like, I want to be on iHeart, and you're on iHeart. You actually have to be accepted and qualified, and they do a little thing, and so it's a big move for the podcast.
Yeah, well, we do offer some quality content.
Generally speaking, some of it is not of the highest quality, but you know, it's
like the
quality.
whole knick-knack and paddywhack conversation just now.
Boom, we're educating the youth right now with that shit.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We're shooting our first episode of DJ Caveman Iron Monkey do wild shit.
Oh yeah.
Working title.
Yeah, well, today we're going bowling.
We're going bowling against the pro bowler. And John Van Hees.
I forgot to show you.
Oh shit! You got the ball. Hold on, because we got the video rolling, so the people at home can't see the ball.
Nah,
but the people on screen here, Vinny got this in the shot. This dude got 7 finger holes in his bone ball.
No. I got a thumb hole. I got one for my pinky, one for the other finger, and my middle finger. Right, and then because I used to work in the bowling alley as the lane mechanic. Right, the
he got his name printed on this shit. What's it say? Big D's.
Big D's ball. Yeah, no, I got bored one time, right? Because it wasn't league bowling. So what I did was I was like, all right, you know what? I see this engraving thing. Let me see if I can learn how to engrave. If anything, I'm gonna practice on my ball. So if I fuck up, I have to live with my fuck up.
Right. Hey, so let's get a close up of the 17 finger holes in the ball and shit.
Oh yeah.
Now that's a legal ball drill for those of you not familiar with bowling.
Oh, it's illegal?
No, it's illegal.
Oh, it is.
It's illegal.
Well, see, the other thing too was because what happened was that working as a pin set mechanic at the time, my hand got caught in a machine. Long story short, I had nerve damage in my right hand.
So that's a fake hand?
No, it's a real hand.
That's like a Jamie Lannister hand right there?
No, it's bendable. It's a real boy hand. So either way, I had nerve damage in my hand, and it was on my ulnar nerve. So for 9 months, I couldn't open my pinky finger and what's this? My ring finger? Yeah. So I couldn't open it on my right hand. So and then I had my arm felt like it was asleep. So if anything touched my hand, I'll get that my hand's asleep feeling. For 9 months, I had that feeling, and my whole arm. So either way, fast forward when my hand started getting a little bit better. I was like, all right, it's easier for me to throw, because in the bowling alley, we had one of these 4-finger balls. So I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Let me get a 4-finger ball myself, because it's easier for me to throw because of the way my hand and my nerves was. So it's a better grip for me. And I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. This new manager, he's on some bullshit. He got me wiping down the lockers and all this other bullshit when I'm supposed to be in the back fixing machines. So in the meantime, when there's no league bowling going on and there's nobody really, or a couple of people bowling, 2 kids in their bumper lanes and no real shit happening. He wants me out in the front wiping down counters and wiping down lockers. I'm like, man, fuck you. So that's when I started to engrave the ball. I'm like, all right, you know what? If I'm going to be the fuck out of here, I'm going to be the fuck out of here with these big ball. So, yeah, long story short. Let me go put this.
So we're going to bowl today against John Van Hees, PBA
indeed.
champion bowler. Now the ball rep for Storm Bowling, I believe.
Come on, man. You got to get the hashtag label.
Formerly of Brunswick Bowling, hashtag label out. So we're going to bowl later on today. You'll be able to see that content on the YouTube page also being put up today or tomorrow. So look there for the exclusive bonus content.
Not to be labeled as knickknacks or paddywhacks.
My fucking foot just fell asleep. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
That's the worst feeling in the world, because then you feel like when you stand up, you're going to fall over and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Even though your foot works perfectly fine.
Oh yeah. Anytime somebody tells me about, oh man, it feels like my foot or my leg or my arm is falling asleep, I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling, because I'm motherfucking right-handed. So imagine for 9 months you can't use your right hand, and it feels. Well, no, because everything you touch, right? It feels like your hand is asleep, and it's like a knot in your elbow and then in your armpit. So you can't really move it. So everything has to be with your left hand. So I'm trying to write with my left hand. I'm trying to do shit with my left hand. I'm like, man, if anything, at least I still got my hand on it. They didn't have to cut it off. You know, I didn't break any bones. I just had nerve damage.
Well, that's good. You didn't break any bones and shit.
No. If anything, I got a 4-finger ball out of it all. But yeah, man,
we'll get to see that footage later on. It's gonna be epic.
Yes,
indeed.
Be epic
because I bowled against John, and John's a very good bowler, so he should win. However, I'm gonna predict right now that I'm gonna win and beat the pro bowler.
Oh yeah,
that's my prediction. It's gonna be my prediction every week or every time we do the show.
Yeah,
that I'm gonna win against the pro.
So in this 3-man race, I'm fitting to come fourth, huh? That's what it's gonna look like with me bowling.
Ah, man,
with my Fred Flintstone little twinkle toe approach when I go to bowl. Yeah, people gonna see that bonus knick-knack paddywhack. Yep.
You're really pushing this knick-knack paddywhack.
Well,
I don't even think you use that like that regularly. I think you just made that shit up this morning before the show.
No, I've used it offline. Like I've said things like I don't give a hoot. Sometimes.
No, you're very with the old school slang.
Yeah.
Like, with the old school slang.
Yeah.
Like, this is some new school thing that you're trying to, make wavy.
No, it's like, I've always, now, you know, I smoke weed. So there's certain questions that I ask that,
what?
yeah, shocker. You know, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I like to smoke weed. And off mic, we spoke about that. But, no, it's just a creative way of doing things. You know, it's just a different way of looking at things. So it's like,
you want your E40 brand, that's all.
No, it's like Jimmy Crack Corn. Why would anybody care? Like Jimmy Crack Corn, I don't care. Like it's the song. I'm questioning the song. Like, why would anybody care? Row, row, row your boat. It's a very profound song to me because life is but a dream sometimes. Like these are thoughts. Because some people get high and they think about, like, yo, look at the colors, man. Yo, you see, like, this grain of salt. Like, my focus isn't on that kind of stuff. It's on, like, profound things, on, like, you know, life is but a dream and row, row, row your boat. Yeah, it makes a world of sense when you start to think about it. But it gets deeper because people be like, damn, you smoke a lot of weed. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe you don't smoke enough.
You stay in the rabbit hole.
That porno statement can go many different directions.
Porno statement? Wait. I don't know. All right, you're obviously hole. In a different rabbit hole.
See, again, you know,
rabbit hole is full of like bondage bunnies.
Nah. I know. I thought you was hitting me off with your version of your Wu-Tang slang.
Nah. Well, I mean.
Oh, that's what you call it, the rabbit hole.
When you get crazy high and then you start like just rummaging through the internet and you find some shit and then you're like, damn, that's weird. Like I don't understand it. And then you start researching shit and you end up.
Yeah, that's why me and the University of Phoenix didn't really work, because me going online to do research end up in that rabbit hole, as you would put it, as a non-porno statement.
I didn't even know rabbit holes were associated with porn.
It could be, like,
but
yeah, rabbit hole. Come on, Playboy bunnies. Come on, you're not making that association.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you see, but again, maybe I smoke a little bit too much weed, and you don't smoke enough.
More than me. More than me. NBA playoff time.
All right.
Finally, that means that's 17 weeks of basketball. Mm-hmm. Because they play the games like once every fucking 5 days.
Oh, that's still going on?
Yeah.
You know, my season ended months ago with the Knicks.
The NBA playoff starts in like, I feel like the NBA playoff starts like, it started like 3 months ago. That's the way the game is. Like, it used to be like game. The NBA playoffs was like 6 weeks and then done. Mm-hmm. Now the NBA playoffs is basically all summer. Like, the finals is not till July. Oh no, wait, the final starts next week, right? But still,
I don't know. The Knicks aren't in the playoffs, so I don't really follow it that much.
so
go ahead.
Portland, yeah, you just checked out. Is it even baseball season, or are you just back to the Giants? Well, the Yankees are fucking.
No, the Yankees are doing decent.
Well, you're not really a Yankees fan, though, right?
Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. Hashtag labeled out.
Didn't even see that there.
Let's go Yankees. No, I'm a New Yorker, so like when I first started watching baseball and we had this conversation, I became a Mets fan because of NL baseball where the pitchers and you had to use strategy. But either way, then as time went on, I started to like the organizational structure of the Yankees, even though it was underneath George Steinbrenner at the time. He was fitting to put out a product that the team and the fans wanted and understood about marketing on the back end and making that money back up on the back end. So you might have like a retread like a Giambi, but you're still making that money, or somebody like a Sheffield. Either way, I like New York. Keep it in short.
Nice.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Hey, so anyway, Portland got swept out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Even with Dame. Like, I saw a meme where they took the Dame Lillard meme from the last series and they put Steph Curry's face on it.
Yeah.
That shit was classic.
No, but you see, the thing is that the way that Golden State is structured, they have a bomb squad from like every position. On every position, they got a top 5 player.
Yo, the Warriors is like that team like back in the day when you go play pickup. And it always be like the team that would show up with like the 3 dudes that played in college.
Yeah.
And like the dude who's like all state.
He's just waiting for his call back from Turkey so he could fly overseas.
So he could fly out, yeah. And they're like, yo, we got next. And they're all like 6'8". And you're like in the fucking you're like a freshman in high school trying to play against these dudes. Mm-hmm. And he just run the court all day. Or it's like all the motherfucking kids who's like not smart enough to play D1 ball.
Yeah.
But they got...
barely got chest hair. You barely got the little Charlie Brown strand on your chest, and these dudes got taco meat.
You're playing against all the D1 prospects that can't read at the playground and shit. But they can dunk. All those N1 motherfuckers. That's what the Warriors are to the NBA right now. Like they got 6 All-Stars on their squad.
Yeah.
Like 3 potential Hall of Famers.
Again, they have a top 5 player at every position on their starting 5. And they was constructed as like the Legion of Doom to take down LeBron and prevent LeBron from doing anything. Because really and truly,
you think it was an NBA conspiracy?
I don't know.
Or you think they just didn't know how good Steph and Clay were with Draymond in the beginning?
No.
And they were like, nah, this team's cool. And then they were like, damn, these dudes are good as shit. Fuck.
No. Well,
because they could have easily been Knicks the way that, the league is set up.
Well, if anything, and I saw reports, and it doesn't really help after the fact, but
they're still going to get Zion.
Who? Knicks?
The Knicks.
No, because if anything, we were going to get Stephen Curry, right? So Steph Curry, and I saw reports recently about how
Steph Curry's not leaving the Warriors.
No. But his parents at the time when he was in the draft, his parents was trying to get him to get to the Knicks. So they were trying to tell the Warriors, no, don't draft him, so that way the Knicks can draft him. Me at the time, yes, I wanted Steph Curry, but the problem with Steph Curry at the time was that he had ankle issues, that he had noodle ankles. Like, you could do, like, a simple little crossover, and this dude, he got, like, shaky legs. He got dead legs, and he's out the picture. Like, that was my question with him at the time during the draft. But his parents, which reports have come out, were trying to tell the Warriors, don't draft Steph. He didn't even work out with them. He didn't do a lot of things. He was trying to ignore them and be like, you know what, I'm good. And trying to go to New York. But either way, he's with Golden State. And nobody knew he was going to be that good because, if anything, his first couple of seasons, he did have ankle issues. But then the way that the NBA is structured now, you can't hand check. So people have that little space to swing their arms to shoot and get in the shooting motion much easier. So he had that space where somebody's not on him, like a Gary Payton would be on him, or a Scottie Pippen would body him.
Steph still would have got off his shots, though.
Not as easy.
The hand check.
Not as easy with Jordan or Pippen, like, bodying him and being able to, wear him down throughout the game. Like, right now, he
still would have got
space.
his shots. He might not be breaking records, but he still would have got his shots off.
Yeah, his shot is still nice,
been prolific.
But the thing is that his shot comes off so quick Because it's easy because he could swing his arm around to shoot.
But he gets a lot of wide open
off the screens.
Like, he still would have got his shots.
That too.
Like, he still would have been a problem in the league, even with hand checking. The only difference is that when he's trying to run through to get all those screens, a la like Reggie Miller back in the day.
Or Rip Hamilton.
He'd have just got beat up all the way through.
Yeah, he would have caught an elbow many times across his forehead.
Multiple elbows coming around the paint.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
But, yeah, like Rip Hamilton, like, he was the king of the mid-range coming off the screens.
Shout out to Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather talk about him now. I'd rather talk about him than Reggie Miller. Fuck that dude.
But the reason I bring Steph up, because it's like, yo, where do you rank Steph Curry in the pantheon of, like,
shooters?
Great players?
Oh, great players overall?
Like he's going to, I mean, if they win this year, he'll have, 4 rings in 5 seasons?
No, but again, we've had this conversation. I can't base somebody's greatness on rings.
5 straight finals.
Especially for a team sport.
MVPs.
Especially for a team sport. It's hard for me to say, okay, somebody like Steph Curry is a better player than Allen Iverson because he had 4 rings. Based
Just
on the
from
way
a skill standpoint, is he better? Like, where do you rank him in the terms of, like, point guards?
Point guards?
Is he the best point guard ever?
Is he better than Isaiah Thomas? Is he better than...
I put him right behind Magic, in between Magic.
Is he better than Jason Kidd?
Yes.
Is he better than Steve Nash? Is he better than...
To me.
He's a better... No, if anything, he's a better shooter than all of them. But, like, as a point guard, is he better than...
the only thing to me that...
John Stockton?
The only knock on Steph Curry for me is he's a defensive liability.
So
but he's even getting better as a defender. But, like, do you start your team? And this is the interesting conversation that I heard, like, over the week. You know, do you build a team around Steph Curry as your point guard? Like, if you have to choose one point guard.
See, me, no. Because I have a problem with my point guard being my leading scorer. I think I've stated this before. But, yeah, I have a problem with my lead point guard being the leading scorer on my team. Like, me personally, I'm old school. I prefer my scoring to come from my power forward and probably my small forward, my shooting guard. Those are really my scoring zones right there. The center, they're supposed to get garbage points, rebounds, foul shots. Point guard, perimeter shots off the pick and roll, baskets, and foul shots. Other than that, like, the majority of my scoring is I want to come from my power forward, probably then my shooting guard, and then my small forward. That's where I want my majority of scoring to come from, the way I would structure my team.
And actually, now that I think about it, I'd probably put him like 4th. He'd definitely be in the top 5, but behind Magic, and then
Isaiah Thomas,
Allen Iverson, then Steph.
All right.
Then, like, Gary Payton or Chris Paul.
Damn, where's Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd, like, he's in the top 10, maybe.
Well, and then this is the question.
But also, I wanted to shout out to Mark Jackson because he really put that team together, and nobody gives him any credit.
Yep.
You know, that's a Mark Jackson team. And then Steve Kerr just came in. They were like, hey, we're building this Ferrari.
Yep.
But the mechanic, he's fired now, so you could have it.
The only thing you got to do is put the key in.
Just put the key in and drive
turn.
that shit. And then,
don't crash it.
Then they went out and got KD, and that's just, they just put like a nitrous.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
You was already winning by 2 seconds. But with KD, you want to win by 10 seconds. Like that's not enough.
And I'm not mad.
Not even just KD. You got Cousins.
Oh, and DeMarcus Cousins, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now you got Cousins, too. So it's like...
So you got nitrous and all-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah. While the other person got to drive in sand with regular shifting.
Yeah.
Right? Like, damn it, this motherfucking sand. And this person on asphalt? Like, come on, B.
Yeah,
and they got nitrous?
They got the extra grippy tires. And, you know, you got, like... Just
with the parachute in the back.
You got bald shits. They got the straight top view dragster. You got like a 1985 Toyota 1.8 with nitrous.
Yeah.
On the other side of the playoffs, it looks like, you know, Toronto might be the team if they can hold on and win. I think it's tonight or tomorrow.
I don't know.
Kawhi out there doing work. He's averaging like 35 points a game in the playoffs.
Yo, Kawhi, man.
And the thing I like about Kawhi Leonard is that he's not fancy with his shit. It's like he dribbles like the ball like he's played in the 50s.
This is
he
why.
Just always gets his shot.
This is the thing that I've seen with Kawhi Leonard. he is a disciple of Popovich. He's the next version of Tim Duncan. Remember how very dry Tim Duncan was and how fundamental Tim Duncan was, but he would always get the job done? When you look at Kawhi, at his position, he's basically playing like Tim Duncan. Right? Yeah. He's very efficient. He doesn't do anything flashy. He looks very corny to some people. Even his laugh, like people always bring up his laugh. Yeah, like he just seemed to be like a real corny type dude. But
he wears New Balances, man.
See, even that,
like
even that,
like he grew up in like the hood and shit, and he comes to the NBA and he's like, I'm gonna rock New Balance. It's like almost when like Rashid was rocking Air Force Ones and nobody was playing in Air Force Ones.
Yeah, like who's playing in Air Force Ones?
Or let's not forget about the Patrick Ewings.
Oh yes, the moon boots,
them joints.
Oh man, those things are like
the flimsiest basketball shoes in history.
No, but they were heavy,
right?
Oh man, yo, those were like really those type of shoes like back in the day that you would wear when you wanted to put like ankle weights on. So rather than putting ankle weights on, you just wear them shoes because them shits are dumb heavy. You're better off playing in Timbs. Yeah,
right?
Like, for real.
Like, them shits was mad heavy.
Yeah.
Or the Marbury's. Marbury had his own shoe, too. That was like
off-brand.
The Starberry joints, you could get them everywhere for like $30.
Well, see, and his philosophy is that his shoes were being made in the same factory as Jordan's. So,
oh, word?
Yeah. So, what's the difference between his shoe and Jordan? That was his stance, right? Is because of the branding.
Because it's Jordan.
And it's the branding of it all, but people are killing each other over his shoe when they're made in the same factory as my shoe, and my shoe costs $30. And people have a problem because my shoe only costs $30.
That's right, though. In like another 10 years, because when those shoes come out, probably like 15 years ago.
Well, Marbury's already a god in China.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, like, they came out like about, 15 years ago?
Yeah, just about.
So, like, in another 5 to 10 years,
they'll be vintage.
His shoes will be like the wave. Because remember, like, Champion was like the Starberries back in the 90s.
Is the LA Gears with the lights on them coming back?
Nah, I don't think those are ever coming back, yo.
Oh, all right.
That'd be dope, though.
I remember Karl Malone used to rock them back
in the day. Got the LA Gear with the lights or the BK night, like the BKs.
Oh,
the lights
Nights
at the back.
And then you used to have the little cartridge that you could take out and put in.
All somebody got to do is come to the league and, like, destroy the league rocking some, like, off-brand shit.
No, well, see, some people are rocking Puma. I forgot who has a Puma deal.
Zion's going to get a British Knights deal and bring back British Knights.
Word.
Or LA Gear with the multicolored laces.
Bally boots. Some Bally's.
Wow.
Yeah, take it back. Old school.
Yo, so today we got a special guest, Will.
All right.
Pace coming from OutrightGeekery.com. Follow him on Outright Geekery on Facebook, Twitter, IG. We're going to get him on the phone. We're going to talk new Marvel arc. Game of Thrones. Fuck the ending, by the way, but I understand why they did it. But
yeah.
I mean, you're not going to make everybody happy. It didn't have that pop that I wanted it to have. But the dragon wasn't as gangster as I thought he was going to be. But he also hid the body, so
is she
kind of like low key gangster?
Is she dead? What do you mean is she dead? Got busted in his head. So
we're gonna get Bill on the phone in a minute, and maybe we'll ask him the other questions that we have too. So. Our Skype was being ridiculous today, so we're just going to get him on the actual phone.
Old school design.
Old school. He's listening right now. What up to Bill?
All right, Bill.
Just got to find your number, homie. It's in my, this is great TV right here, right? I'm just, I feel like, but then you see it on the news now every day, people using their iPhone as like a notepad. Before they used to carry all the paper with them.
Oh, yeah,
and
now
they're all just carrying their...
Especially when it's all windy and their papers are all up on them.
Now they just carry their iPhone around and...
Yeah.
It's just good. We're going to call
I just got a text alert from somebody from our eyewitness team saying that she saw it from her window.
Oh, yeah. Technology right there.
Digital.
Digital to digital.
Hello.
What up, Bill?
Yep.
What's going on?
Welcome to the Saturday Conversation Podcast, man.
Oh, thank you.
So, tell us, Outright Geekery, what exactly is that, and what do you do
It's a it's a website that goes through the internet, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and it's all about pop culture. So anything like comic books, movie, TV shows, streaming stuff. And I am the content delivery manager. So every week I take all the reviews from the comic book writers and send them into the publishers.
Ooh, nice. I got a couple of real good questions for you. This is DJ I Am Monkey. Yeah, so what are some of the things that you have done recently?
I do mostly interviews now. I review some Kickstarter campaigns and the regular reviews go to other people, but I get like all the Kickstarter campaigns get forwarded to me. Oh, wow. And I recently did an interview with a couple of artists, Rusty Gilligan and one other guy that worked on a MArael 50th anniversary card set where they were two of 98 freelance artists that did sketch cards like you would get off an artist's table at like Comic-Con.
Oh, all right.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And with every pack that you bought, you would get 2 random hand sketch cards of MArael.
Oh.
And depending on, what what tier you back the project for, you could even actually pick what artist's artwork that you wanted for it.
Oh, all right.
That's dope. Billy, how'd you get in? Tell us how long you've been in the comic book game, man. I've seen the collection. So, like,
you've seen some of the collection. You can ask Goody about the collection.
Damn, I've seen some of the collection. And let me explain. Listen, this dude has so many comic books, right? Like, they're in like one of those pods, like the pods they put outside your house, the big fucking metal, like a storage unit, like a mobile storage unit,
like a shed,
okay. But it's a pod. It's metal. It's like the back of a truck.
Nah, ain't no shed big enough to hold my comics.
Oh, okay. Oh no, all right. Oh, damn.
So what you got? Like, what's the number at?
A shed comes off like a shanty.
Is it over 10? It's over 10,000. It's got to be over 10,000.
I've got, I think, 400 long boxes. In a long box, depending on how you package your books, most collectors will use poly bags and backing boards. They need the board to keep the book nice and flat and straight, and you use the bags to keep, moisture and stuff off. More expensive ones, a lot of people will send in to get professionally graded.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So that way, you take a book that's worth $1,000, you get it graded, all of a sudden you add like $500 onto the price.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Woo.
How many comics fit in one of those long boxes?
So I've got, like I said, about 400 long boxes and about 200 to 300 short boxes. And a short box, if you bag and board every single one of your books, you fit about 120 to 150 books in a short box and about 300 books in a long box.
Golly. I mean, quick math, that's a lot of fucking comics.
Yeah, good, because I didn't want to do the math either.
I wasn't doing the math. That's a lot of comics.
Nah, I'm good with numbers on that one. Whatever you tell me, I'm going with.
So
400 long boxes, that sounds like a lot. Shit.
100, 400.
400, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, hell yeah.
Do you remember your first comic?
Yeah. I don't remember the issue. It was an issue of Detective Comics. And it had Batman fighting the Creeper on the cover late at night in like an abandoned zoo where, of course, the tigers and lions had gotten out. Because you don't just have to fight one guy. He's going to fight the animals, too. So
what's your favorite thing about comics? Because I'm in the comics, and like I like how they're being converted into like TV shows and series and movies and things of that nature. But like for me, like I like the artwork, and like you said, how the visual, the way that you laid it out. What are some of the other things that you like about comics? What drew you into comics?
Well, this is going back because I'm pretty sure I'm older than all you guys. Although Daryl's going to age quick because he's getting married.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Whammy.
Well, it's either that or being a Detroit Lions fan is going to kill you. So.
Oh yeah, well, he's not a New York Knicks fan, so.
He's not a Boston Bruins fan either, but you know.
Hey, at least y'all in the cup though.
We're in something.
Yeah, hey, you're in it to win it.
So I like the stories, and I like the artwork, and I have actually, quit reading characters that I like because the artwork has just been atrocious. So if they put a bad artist on a book, it's like the death nail in that title usually.
It drains from the story.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes away. There's some stories that are actually so good that the artwork doesn't even matter. But those are few and far between. Big thing nowadays is they're bringing it back to the 90s where they're doing like 1 million different variant covers.
Yeah.
And because of all the movies and the TV shows being such a big success, everybody wants to cash in on it. So anybody that had any money started up what I like to call a fake comic book store. They're not actually they're a comic book dealer for conventions usually. And what they do is they pay into usually the two big ones like Marvel and DC, and maybe like Dynamite and Image to get their own exclusive cover, exclusive to their store. So they do what they call a trade dress, which is the normal cover with like all the wording and everything on it. They do the Virgin variant, which is just the artwork, and they'll sell those as a set. And you usually pay, on average, $50 and up for a set.
Wow!
Because they're like because it's the same book that you could get for like $3 or $4 off the shelf of any local comic book shop.
But if you're a collector,
if you're a collector and you like the artwork, and if you have OCD and you're like, ooh, look, shiny. You jump on it. It's like, but so they're selling like they're limited print runs. Usually there's, on average, usually the trade dress, they usually have about 3,000 printed up. And the Virgin variant is usually about 1,000.
Wow. So it's super limited too. So that makes a huge difference.
And
it drives the market.
And sometimes it's even less than that. Sometimes it's like, only 500 available.
500, yeah. I've seen that.
So of your 7 million comic books, what's the pride? What's the cream of the crop? What's the hope diamond of your collection? Usually
anything that's like a first appearance of like a major character.
But what's your, like in your collection, like what's the one that you're most proud of? Like you have like Spider-Man 1, Superman 1, or do you have them both? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Spider-Man over Superman.
Okay.
So you're a DC guy or you're a Marvel guy?
I'm an everything guy.
That was a very political answer there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, like there's Dark Horse, there's Image, there's other people out there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of good stuff out there. Image puts out a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
and it's more catered to not adults, but more of a mature crowd for a lot of the stuff. That's where you get like your Walking Dead, and Tyler Kirkman has like 2 or 3 different series going on. He's got another one called Oblivion Sun that just started a little over a year ago. And then Mark Millar, who started Millar World, just penned a deal with Netflix for first rights to anything in his creative stable that they want to develop, and they just signed on for to make a TV show out of a very popular miniseries called The Magic Order.
The Magic Order, yeah, the magicians, Magic Order.
I don't know who are they in relation to it?
No, it was like all new characters, all new story. It was a story that he had actually started about 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And was just waiting for the right time because he had a certain artist that he had worked on it with. And he only wanted to work with that artist on that book.
Mm-hmm.
And they waited until they both had the opportunity to and get everything together. And they both weren't too busy on other projects for various other companies.
Yeah.
All right. So, and this has been a question that I've had for a long time. Just watching all the movies now that are coming out. Why? And reading the comic books, right? DC comic books to me are just as good as Marvel comics. Why do the movies suck? Like, the DC movies are like, so it seems like the minor league comic movies are all coming out of DC, but they do really good on television. And then
television and
Marvel,
cartoons. I like DC cartoons.
Crushing it in the movies, but I'm not a huge fan of like their television stuff outside of like the few things that have been on Netflix. And this is a two-part question. First, why does DC suck in the movies? And then, how do you think that Stan Lee's death is going to affect the rest of Marvel?
Well, Stan Lee's death had like a huge effect on.
Like, is it going to be like when Steve Jobs died and then iPhone product just got shitty?
All right. Because it's an Apple product. Apple. Oh. Let me charge you $10,000 for this brand new Apple phone, but we're going to make it for 39 cents overseas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's capitalism.
Yeah, I know. Stan Lee's death had a profuse accounting on the whole nerd community, shall we say. Not just comic book collectors, but anybody that's ever watched a Spider-Man cartoon or watched one of the Marvel movies. And now, going forward, you're not going to see any Stan Lee cameos in anything.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to replace him with Deadpool? Because I'm a fan of that.
There's been a lot of talk online about doing that, but I don't think they're going to do that.
If anything, like before Stan Lee passed, I thought they was going to make him into like the Watcher and have him be like that role because he's been in every movie have him be like the Watcher of this reality and this universe and this whole phase of things. And that's what I was hoping that they was going to try to introduce, but probably with this new wave with the Internals, they might start introducing some of the Watchers and some of those old gods. Well,
there was talk that they wanted, not out of Marvel, but out of the fan community, that a lot of them wanted that.
Yeah.
But if Marvel / Disney, the big evil mouse, actually went through with that, they were probably going to do it when they finally waited to make a good Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that's actually going to happen? Because they've done it like 7 times now.
Oh,
man.
No.
Absolute
Marvel has not made any Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, that's right. It's Fox, right?
Fox.
Fox.
Sony.
I mean, Spider-Man got better when he left Fox.
Yeah.
And came to the universe.
Well, they were setting up the Sinister, what's it, the Sinister 5 or Sinister 6 or whatever it was.
Sinister 6, yeah.
They were trying to set that up with that, but now even with this whole new revamp, I think that's what they're trying to lead up to as well.
So what kind of tidbits do you have? Any behind the scenes or newsworthy
breaking news
about the new arc, the new phase, the new Marvel phase?
There's there's talk that they have cast. They're getting ready to cast, and that Beta Ray Bill is going to be in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And Beta Ray Bill is basically Thor with a horse face.
Yep.
Oh,
he's an alien, and he's got a like a hatchet that looks a lot like Thor's latest weapon,
Stormbreaker.
Very good. But the speculation is that he's going to appear in the next Guardians movie, and possibly a couple others,
like Adam Warlock.
We're probably going to see him. Adam Warlock, we're probably going to see in the next Captain Marvel movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There's a possibility we could see him in the end, like a post-credit thing.
In Guardians?
In Guardians.
Yeah.
Or maybe even in the Eternals.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be pretty dope.
There's a huge thing that they want to bring forward and do a Silver Surfer solo movie.
I heard about that.
And it would just be an origin. It would just be like an origin story, so it would be like,
how you selected
Cap First Avenger, Iron Man 1 kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
To do the introduction, to bring him in, and then they'll probably do that about 2 years before they do their own Fantastic Four movie, so that Surfer will come around, not in the first Fantastic Four movie, but the second one.
Where do you see Dr. Doom?
Oh, I can't. Dr. Doom is my favorite Marvel villain.
Yeah. I've heard how they might try to play him into this next phase of things as him being the next, like, big villain.
Well, they're not saying Dr. Doom, but I really hope it is. But they're saying that in the next Spider-Man movie, by the end of the movie, either at the end of the movie or in a post-credit scene, but they're saying it's not going to be post-credit, is where we're introduced to the next big bad villain of the Marvel Universe.
Oh, shit. So something to look forward to.
Right.
I was a little disappointed. What was the last Marvel movie we went to see? Was it Endgame? Didn't have any post-credit shit?
Yeah.
And,
Because it didn't have any post-credit stuff, because that was the end. That was the end of Phase 4.
They could have at least teased something, like even like a logo or like I sat there for nothing. Is really what I'm trying to say.
No.
Like,
Just imagine if you were one of those fools that paid $5,000 online on eBay to get tickets for the opening night.
Yeah, no, I'm not that crazy.
Then you'd be mad.
But I did get tickets on opening night. I know you're a huge Batman guy, so I would feel like I didn't ask all the right questions if I didn't ask you about the terrible casting job they did for this new Batman.
Well, who's the new Batman?
They're saying that it's supposed to be Robert Pattinson. That's his name, right?
Wait, the guy from Twilight?
Yeah.
That dude?
Right.
Batman?
Bad enough I'm not Jared Leto as the Joker. I'm still not able to wrap my
that dude's
head
a
around.
twerp. Yo,
But Robert
he's the new Batman?
I mean, this is why I feel like DC is never going to make a good movie ever.
Okay, well,
As a huge Batman guy, like,
Yo, that
please
dude's a twerp.
enlighten us.
I will not watch that movie because all I can think is he's going to stop the Joker by twerking.
Oh, boy. A twerker?
Like, how is that, like, even, how are they casting? Like, who are these people?
I don't know, but they're people that need to be fired.
Wait, how do you feel about that Joker movie, though?
Which one?
Who was in that new one? Because I saw a trailer for it.
Oh, the Jared
new
Leto
one is
No, not with Jared Leto.
no, Jared Leto I hated.
Nah, they kind of like have his backstory on like how like and him and his girlfriend. Like how do you
Phoenix?
Yes, him.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Well, it looks stupid because I'm waiting until I actually see this because I don't completely hate him as an actor. He's not all sparkly like somebody else.
Oh. Yeah. Twilight.
Oh my God, Twilight, the franchise that that put vampires onto the catwalk.
Oh yes.
But I'll hold judgment until I actually see the movie.
Okay.
But he starts out like with the face paint on as a clown, and we haven't really heard enough about it to make a judgment call on it yet. Yeah. Whether we think it's a good idea or a bad idea. But it could just be like in the first Nolan Batman movie where they all showed up to rob the bank with clown masks on.
Okay. Because I know you're a huge Joker guy.
Oh, yeah.
And a huge Batman guy, so I definitely wanted to make sure that we got your views on that whole situation. And I don't know, like, do you think that DC's ever going to make a comeback, like, movie-wise? I know comic book-wise, they still kind of do their thing, but, like, they're, like, I feel like at this point, like, when they're doing new movies, nobody's even checking for them because, their history of bad movies is so...
bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, their reputation is like, oh, it's a DC movie, it's going to be whack.
Well, they made a huge comeback with Aquaman.
Okay.
That made a ton of money.
How do you feel about that TV series, though? Because, like, Doom Patrol is one of those shows that I love, and the way that it ended was, is for me. And now they have Swamp Thing coming up on their subscription base too. How do you feel about their shows?
I like the shows, and the way I take the shows is that none of them are going to go along with the comics. They're gonna do their own thing because they've all got different show directors and various things going on, and they're trying to get like a broader audience. They don't just want the comic book audience, which is a huge audience right now. They want to bring a lot of other things in. They started off with Titans, and they got a lot of flack.
Yeah.
Because the role that they cast as Starfire.
Yeah, as a black lady.
Yep. And she did a good job in the part. But everybody was like, yeah, but she's gold, and so what? But she doesn't do this like she does in the cartoon. What cartoon? Teen Titans Go!
Yeah.
Stop watching that garbage.
Yo, for real. My son likes Teen Titans, but not Teen Titans Go. The cartoon, guys.
Yeah, I know.
But
I go toe-to-toe with my daughter on that stuff. I've had the DC app since it came out.
All right.
I'm going to get D+ when it comes out, the Disney streaming app.
All right. How you feel about Doom Patrol?
Doom Patrol I liked up until the final episode.
Wow. Seems like Doom Patrol went out like Game of Thrones.
It got real weird.
No.
It got real weird.
Look.
It got real weird.
Game of Thrones fans. Just seem like these crybaby college students that need their safe spaces and need words changed, and it's like they call them liberals now. We used to call them pussies, but
Oh shit.
Well, but that's how you get Twilight as Batman.
I know, right?
See, there you go. Hey.
So, as far as DC goes, Aquaman was a really good movie. it was awesome that they had Black Manta in it. And it did the numbers it did because every woman around the world wanted to see Aquaman running around with no shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, my regular life.
He was the LL Cool J of
He's the
comic
LL
book
Cool J of
movies.
comic book movies?
Yeah.
But, so...
and Shazam did really good.
Did it? Because...
My son said it was good.
Oh, all right.
Shazam did good for a DC movie.
Oh, all right.
All right. Okay.
So I have one final question for you, Bill, and then we're going to get out of here. Are they ever going to do a Howard the Duck movie? Because to me, he's the first Marvel superhero with a movie, and he's also the greatest Marvel superhero of all time.
Wow.
Whatever you're smoking, pass it this way.
Yeah. They did reference him recently.
I love Howard the Duck.
Yep.
Like it's one of my favorite movies from my childhood, man.
Well, yeah. Well, you saw him. He was in the Guardians. He was in the first Guardians movie.
Yeah. And then he was in another one too, right?
He's made like a few.
Yep. He's got his own Stan Lee cameos.
Yeah.
So it might be cool to see Howard the Duck just to just take over the Stan Lee cameos.
Yeah, we're gonna get a campaign to make that happen.
Oh yeah.
Better than Deadpool, because Deadpool doesn't even work for Marvel. He's still a Fox property.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, we got to get Deadpool over.
He's on Sokolona.
So, Bill, anything else you want to plug before we get out of here, man?
Where
can we find your write-ups every week?
You can check out outrightgeekery.com. And you can also find our Facebook group on Facebook, of course. We're on Twitter and Instagram too.
Word.
Easy.
So everything that goes on the website gets blasted out on all our social media feeds too.
Excellent, man. Thank you for coming on the show today. We'll definitely get you back on.
Oh yes.
Marvel movies come out every month, and we're kind of like comic book nerds in our own sense. Nowhere near the collection as yours, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about how you felt about the Watchmen and why the Last Man and Vin Diesel and his new role probably as Bloodshot. I was gonna go real wild, but I'll hold off on that for next time.
We'll have you back on soon, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. That's Bill Face on the show, guys, from Outright Geekery. Make sure you check him out.
All right.
That's going to do it for us. We're on our way to go bowl against the pros.
Yes, indeed.
Saturday morning conversation.
Get my 4-finger ball ready.
You got the Daoud. You're going to see him with throw the DJ Armand can throw the 5-finger football. Football. Damn.
Bowling ball?
I'm not even smoking weed right now. The 4-finger bowling ball action going on.
Catching a contact high.
Bonus content happening. Saturday morning conversation. This is man DJ Caveman.
I'm DJ Monkey.
And Vinny the Rock Lord.
Yeah.
We out. Peace.